The parking lot here at the Suwanee Greenway trail, getting ready to go on the trailhead. The other places were really crowded today because of Suwanee days. Here's the first park bench as we start to get on the trail at this point. Okay, we're going to cross the boardwalk, this bridge here, to start our trail. Now the trail goes slightly uphill and then to the left. We notice that they have two small benches here at the beginning of the bridge. A nice touch. Now the trail at this point turns right and then it goes left. So the trail now cuts to the right and then there's a little bit of a straightaway. Now the trail at this point curves around to the right. The trail at this point curves upward and to the right. Now the trail goes upward and it wriggles around these trees. Now the trail takes a steep turn and goes into this bridge. We come to another bridge, and this one too has two benches along the side. Here we're getting onto this long boardwalk that goes over this mark. The walkway straightens out and then it curves downward and then to the left. Looks like we have some kind of insect here alongside the bridge. Now the boardwalk curves around to the left and then meanders. As you can see, this part of the trail is very well shaded. The boardwalk at this point curves around to the left. Okay, the bridge meanders around the right and then to the left. Here's an interesting vine that's running up this tree here. It almost looks like an animal. The boardwalk meanders around to the left here and then goes over another small. The boardwalk here goes around to the left. It's still on level ground as we meet some new walkers here. Hello. Now the boardwalk breaks into a straightaway as we go toward another bridge here, it looks like. Now we're getting on the bridge here that goes around over the lake. Here we come into an overlook on the bridge. Somebody just went through on their bike. Here's a panoramic overlooking the bog from this overlook point. Probably a lot of wildlife is in here. Looks like we've got some kind of bird down here flying around. It's hard to see. There's so much glare out today. Bridge curves around and rejoins the regular trail up here. I hear some blue jays on the side, I believe. We're going to take a left here at the trail so we can go to the rest of the way. Now we're getting on the hard surface trail. Now the trail goes uphill and then to the left. Now the trail straightens out a bit as we go through this. Now the trail straightens out a wee bit as we start to go down here. Here's the branch that's running through this bog down here. We don't know what's making these little rings up here in the water. We're wondering what makes all these bubbles in the water. We don't know if it's an insect or fish or what. As you can see. Now the trail straightens out a bit as we go through this hardwood forest here. Here's a nice shot of the bog. Looks like we have a big grapevine that's over the trail here. Now the trail goes upward and curves to the left. Here's an informational sign so the bikers will know they got a big dip. Now we have a bridge and an overlook coming up here on the left side. We're going to check this overlook. It's really great for bird watchers. We got some kind of woodpecker or some kind of bird here. We don't know what kind it is. I'll have to check my bird book when I get home. It's rather big. We have some Canadian geese looking for their breakfast, I suppose. We see that there's 3 turtles sitting on this log. They're very small, so it might be hard to see. went underneath. We have a big turtle that was sitting on the shore, and it went underneath the water. Then behind this turtle, we find there's a whole bunch of turtles on this log. The trail now breaks into a straightaway and then goes left. The trail now meanders to the left and slightly downhill. We're going to stop our walk at this point, and then tomorrow or the next day we'll head back here and finish it from the other side, because it's too long almost to walk at one time. Now the trail goes uphill and then it breaks to the right slightly. We have some beautiful yellow flowers here alongside the trail. A whole bunch of it, in fact. Now the trail straightens out a bit here, and we go slightly uphill at this point in our walk this morning. Good morning, nice day. The trail splits at this point, but we're going back across the bridge from whence we came. We're going to get back on the trail at this point to go to the parking lot. Notice there's some old wood trees here by the trail. That's probably good for woodpeckers. We notice there's some old trees here by the trail that's probably good for woodpeckers. Bird watchers. Here's one of the small ponds alongside the boardwalk here.